Welcome back to Erica's Homestead and Family. It's been a while, guys, but it's been a long journey so far. We can call it since January. Ups, downs, all around. Anyhow, I'm back. So hopefully I can get things going again. I am making canned Swiss, chard, Swiss, anything type greens, kale, outer leaves of your cabbage, that type of stuff. I've always eaten it, but I've never canned it. So this recipe is Erica approved, not Blue Book approved. It is not canning approved by any means. I'm doing it my way. So I started off with this huge pot here, and I put 3 large onions cut up in the bottom of it with 2 quarts of chicken broth, 2 quarts of turkey broth. That's what I had left on my shelf. I have to do some more canning. And that went in along with my pork butt. So you'll have to excuse my mess. This is everything I got going. I wasn't going to record it just because I wasn't going to, but I decided to bring you along. So this is my pork butt that we had cured a little over a year ago from one of our pigs. I am now chopping it up, and that is going to go in here. In my little cup, you know, fancy measuring cups here. Don't look at the mess back there. It's a working kitchen right now. Has 3, 4, 5 cloves, I do believe I put in here, of garlic. Apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. I just think it's better. I'm using Cholula hot sauce. I'm not sponsoring it, anything like that. It's just my preference because I have not tried to make my own hot sauce, which is something I hope to master this year. Bring you along. Anyhow, there's 2 tablespoons of the Cholula hot sauce. We have, right below a half cup, I apologize, a half cup of apple cider vinegar. We have 5 tablespoons of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of salt, any type of salt you like. We use the Himalayan pink salt, it's my preference. Again, don't look at the dirt. I'm sorry, guys. It's not dirt. It's just everything from my mess. Anyhow, so now I have this cooking down in here. Hope I won't steam you out. It's been so long, I don't know what I did with my tripod. I don't know what I did with any of my stuff or anything. But we're just going to wing it. So, I might have to add 1 more chicken stock. But we are going to saute this down to where they're just crisp, but not mushy. Then I'm going to add my pork butt to it, and then I'm going to can it up. I will put it in mason jars. I'll bring you back for that, so just bear with me. This video is going to be all over, guys. It's been a while. Hang with me. Alright, I'll bring you back as soon as I start putting all that together. Close up on my last little bit of greens going into the pot. I just keep adding, guys. I want to say there's probably close to 28 to 30 cups or more. I mean, this is huge, guys. This is absolutely huge. Top of the stove, my pot's above the stove, so it's a massive pot. I actually got from one of my, not one, I got it from my daughter's boyfriend's mother, who was selling it at a garage sale for a couple bucks. She didn't want it anymore, and I absolutely love it. So, long story short, I'm going to add the last little bit of my greens. I have 1 more pot down here to add to this to refill it. And as you can see, it turns pretty quick. Can you guys see? Whoop! Just made a mess. Well, talk about a live kitchen, guys. That went everywhere. That didn't work. Anyhow, good for the bloopers, right? So, see how they're tenderizing? That's getting close to where we want to shut it off and just let it sit here while I finish preparing the pork. Now you can see my broth down there. Okay, so is it kind of making sense? I hope so. I'll get better again, guys. See my mess I just made? I'm going to stop and clean it up. So I don't think I'm going to use all of the pork. I still have a really big chunk, and I can use this for tomorrow's supper or whatever. I've got this bowl. It's pretty big. I would say there's at least 3 cups in here. You know, I use my fingers for everything. God gave you fingers before he gave you utensils, guys. So I'm dumping this in here and trying to do this all with one hand. And I'm just going to mix it in. I did add another can. I found one more can of turkey broth. So that way I could have enough broth to fill my jars after it's done. So I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes with a lid. And because this pot did not come with a lid, I have an old microwave glass, what do you call it? The little glass plates that sit in your microwave. I have one that just fits on here. And I'm just going to let it sit. I'm not even turning the heat on. It is plenty hot. See, just fits. It is plenty hot in there. Redneck ingenuity, gotta love it. So while that's going, over here, my in-laws gifted me at least 25 to 30 pounds of pork lard. And now I'm just gonna render it down into real lard for me to cook with. Well, it's all real lard, but I'm really excited to be able to render this down, and I'll be canning this up, and we'll have good stock for over the winter of cooking biscuits or whatever. So I'll bring you back all in 10 minutes and let you see what I got going. This is the lard that I got. It's a pretty good sized bag. I'm not showing you my huge mess. I have a hot mess in the kitchen, guys, and while this is rendering down and the greens are cooking, I am going to be doing dishes and trying to find my kitchen before the night's up. So I got several hours left to go. I'll bring you back as soon as we get this all going, canning up, and all this happy jazz getting going and showing you how to do it. Maybe not the right way, but my way. It's been safe for a lot of years for me. So I appreciate you all tagging along. So you've seen how full the container was when I first started. And it's all the way down here. So I was trying to figure out the math. And I had probably 28 to 32 cups of vegetable raw greens. So, but I think it looks pretty delectable. I did taste the broth. I wanted to make sure it was the way I wanted it. For seasoning, spices, make sure you taste everything. And remember, this is not Ball approved. This is Erica approved. So my family likes it this way. This is the way we're doing it. We're going to can it up. I just realized I forgot to set my funnel out, so I need to go sanitize it really quick. And we will get to canning and I'll bring you back. Well, guys, I did a boo-boo. I forgot to hit play. Whenever you're recording, it's always a good thing. So my jars are still very warm. I'm doing a double canner, so I've got everything on the bottom. I've got my 2 inches of water. Never put any more, even when you're doing a double canner like this. So I have nothing fancy. Everything is just pretty old-fashioned. It's just a Presto from your local Walmart. So actually, I think this was a gift from my daughter, so it might have come from Ace, where she used to work. So I'm going to put the lid on this, and then I'm going to bring it up to pressure, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so because this is not an approved Ball book canning recipe, not approved guys, not approved. I know when I'm cooking meat, I still need to bring it up to temperature and to pressure. So that's 15 pounds for my altitude. You guys need to do the research. For 75 minutes. Okay? I'm not going to start timing it until this vents for 10 steady minutes. Then I will put my jiggler on, and as it gets going, it's going to jiggle. It's going to be a nice steady jiggle, just like this. So, and then it's going to let out steam. What I like about the Prestos, because I wasn't good at canning at first, and I'm teaching my daughters and my sons how to do this, is that you do need to get this tested every year to make sure. Don't always go by the gauge. Always go by your jiggler. But for my kids to learn in today's society, they want to learn 15 pounds of pressure. This will start. And then it will just start rock and rolling. And you start your timing then. Not until this is jiggling. Then you will start your timer for 75 minutes. This will hold steady at 15 pounds of pressure. So as soon as that comes up, I'll show you guys. Well, I have a fan going, so you can't quite see. Yeah, you can. You can see my steam. And it's been going almost a minute now. So I got 9 minutes left. This is going to constantly steam out. So, unfortunately I have a fan going because it is still hot. Outside, it is July. Almost, I guess. So, anyhow, 10 minutes. This is going to vent for. Then I'll put the jiggler on, and I'll bring you back when I do that. Okay, so as you can see, we are at just about 15 pounds of pressure. This just started jiggling, the little jiggler. So, it is pretty accurate. So, all you gotta do is play with your heat control, and mine's just a little bit over medium is my happy spot for it, and it will hold steady. And of course the timer is for 75 minutes for my altitude at 15 pounds of pressure. So guys, it's pretty late tonight. I'll probably bring you back in the morning and show you the finished product. So give you a little hint here. I still haven't finished cleaning up the greens from earlier. But anyhow, so this is my rendered pork lard. This is only a third of the bag done. So there's that. Oh, I bet you I got about 3 quart-sized jars here that I'm going to go ahead and I'll clean this tonight and put it in a jar and seal it up. And of course you can't seal it, but we've never had an issue when we store it in a cool, dry place, which is ideal for it, and we've never had it go rancid. Once you open it, you stick it in the refrigerator, so it seems to hold for a long time for us. But I will clean this out of all the little crackles. My kids like it when I take these and I have to throw them on a frying pan, and then they can eat them, so they're pretty good. But as you can see, it is still holding steady. I did turn my temperature down just a little bit, so it should be ready in 73 minutes and 8 seconds, it says. See you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so this is done. I have turned it off. This is going to stay pressurized. Do not take that off. Do not try to put this into water. Do not do anything. You're going to let this cool for several hours. Find something to do. It's very late where we are, so I'm going to go to bed. And I will show you the finished product. There's part of my lard, and right now it is yellow. I will finish rendering that down tomorrow, but I'm going to put it all in my refrigerator, so that way it is good. And I need to cook this down one more time, just to make sure that we get all the liquid out. If you don't get all the liquid out, it goes rancid. So this is how I strain it. I know that there's probably better ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. And since I was waiting for my pressure canner to come down and be able to be turned off and be safe for several hours, this is how I'm doing it. So it all drains, and there it is. Isn't that pretty? And it will dry pure white, like milk white. So you guys have a good day and or night, and I will see you in our morning. Alright guys, it is 2 days later since I've done the greens, so this is how, I apologize about the shadow here. It's late at night, I just got home from work, so let's see if I can focus. There we go. That's the greens with the ham. I think it looks pretty delectable, so, and I ended up getting 12, so pretty happy with that. This is the only one, this top one here is the only one that didn't get filled all the way up, but that's okay. So there's the other ones. So this is the lard I was rendering. I ended up getting 6 so far, and it's turned out beautiful. Can you see that? I am going to store mine in the refrigerator. I'll just pull out one of those vegetable drawers, and I will put this in the vegetable drawer because it is over 100 degrees in Colorado, and we are kind of old-fashioned here. They only have a window AC, so it gets kind of warm in our house. So I don't trust leaving this out at this time of the year I will keep it in the refrigerator. So, and then along with that, these are going to be for our salads. They are little like bacon bits. They taste just like bacon, and you just crumble them up. I am going to store this in the refrigerator because I'm not sure the shelf life, anything of that sorts. I did this last year, but I put spices or sweetness or salt and pepper on them. They did not last long, and they were bigger. They weren't quite so crumbly like a bacon bit, but they are just the leftover from the lard. So this is what we got, and it's pretty good, guys. So I hope that this video is not too confusing. If you stayed along for the bloopers I did in there with throwing the greens around, I appreciate it. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and keep going. Show you what you do, and even if you mess it up, like you just seen on my show here, it's okay. Life will go on, and we will live another day. So just store, prepare. It is 2021, and it's kind of a odd thing going on, so just be prepared, guys, and God bless.